Hello Internet, this is Brent back in action, making another video coming out of a long retirement, showing you a little League of Legends. Some 3v3 with Rumble. This is a little post game, just giving you a little color commentary. So here I start out with my usual 3 health potions and boots of speed, because I like having the ability to heal and the mobility in 3v3s right at the get-go. For the initial skirmishes that usually break out. For some reason, it's tradition to go to the bottom and start a team fight. That's just kind of how everybody I've ever played with does it. Everybody usually comes in this bush and starts to gank. Here I prematurely popped my flamethrower and kind of gave away an opportunity to do some more damage early on. You can see by my setup, what I usually do is put my health potions on the first slot, and that'll be that means they can be triggered by the number 1 key pretty easy.
Who you calling little?
And I love 3v3s because they're typically shorter games, and you can get a lot more in really quick. And certain champions are pretty powerful in 3v3s as opposed to 5s. As you can see here, I'm going for the kill on Yi. I pop a health potion so that I don't take too much damage and I can get out quickly. I've already used up my flash spell. Yi comes back and I go for the kill here. I don't think that I quite get him this time. And Soraka flashed in to come and rescue him. She doesn't do a lot of damage, but I knew I could just kind of get away from her.
Ever looked up to a yordle?
You can see the difference with the health potion running. I'm almost back at full health. Other guys on my team are really kind of just waiting to get their health back. Now, I already declared ahead of time that I'd like to be the solo player on the top lane. And that generally means that you're going to get all the experience from the minions killed here, which means you level up slightly faster. And you have the ability to last hit more than minions, and you can see the little gold symbol popping up. So by soloing, you get more gold and experience just faster than anybody else, which is why I try to do it. And you want to have a champion that can push pretty well. You know, with that flamethrower that Rumble has, he really just, you can't really get close to him straight on without getting burned, and he just really you can spam it. He has no mana. It's another reason I like Rumble. So you can just spam that flamethrower, and it just puts a lot of pressure on the other player when you're in lane. Yi is just going to have a hard time getting close to me when I have my flamethrower just blasting everything in sight. In addition to that, if he gets close enough, I just auto-attack him with my, you know, that big club Rumble has on his left arm, in addition to the flamethrower. So you see he's just continually down on health. I mean, there's not a whole lot that he can do. So I really just can control the flow of the minions on this top lane. It's one of the big reasons I like Rumble, and his durability. Rumble, Jax, several others are really strong. The beefy hybrid tanky type DPS characters are the ones that really excel. Mordekaiser. There's quite a few others that excel at doing what I'm doing here. So controlling the lane, watching for ganks is the other thing, because what you don't want is the guys in that bottom lane coming through the jungle and just 2 or 3 of them just stomping your face in. So you can see I'm constantly flipping the camera down there, as well as watching the mini-map on the bottom right to see who might be coming up at me, or if I can't see him at all, which is even worse, which means I need to retreat and find some cover or go back to the base and buy. So there's no sense in me putting that much pressure on the turret. It's just going to put me in a bad spot anyway. This is a good time to go back to the base and buy. So I'm going to use recall. Or actually, I decided not to. More minions are coming, so I guess I figured that was just another chance to get more experience. And oh, now I have my slow. Do I get yeet? Yes, I do. I put yeah, I ignited him, which while he was trying to heal, ignite nerfs your healing. Plus, it does a damage over time. So he really thought he was just going to be able to stand there and heal, but because my ignite was on him, and my flamethrower and my auto attack were beating on him, it was just too much for him to be able to heal through, and got the first blood there. If I remember correctly, this team wasn't really that good. Again, I'm playing a random pickup. I am not a great player at all by any stretch, but I've played a lot of games, so I've got a little bit of experience. I've died plenty. I have died plenty, so that nothing teaches you how to, you know, learn the ins and outs of a certain hero, and how to play a certain game type, like 3v3s with Rumble in this example. Then getting killed a lot, and I have died. For those of you who haven't played Rumble, you can see his overheat mechanic coming into play there. He doesn't have mana, but that red bar underneath his health will build up as you use your abilities. And once you use your abilities, he overheats, which means he silences himself. And you can't use your abilities for a few seconds, but his auto attacks have an increased amount of magic damage added to them. So it's kind of a good and bad thing when you overheat. It's bad if you want to pop your ultimate because you can't use it because you're self-silenced, but also good because you hit harder, which can help your last hit minions and get a good finishing blow on other champions, heroes, whenever you're in team fights. So anyway, I'm just trying to control the lane and watch the bottom here. We seem to have these guys pretty much in control. They're all pushed back to their turrets, which means they're not able really to progress in getting pressure on our towers and getting ours knocked down, because obviously the object of the game is to kill the other team's towers and another team's nexus, and you win that way, or make them surrender, which I believe is what happens in this game. So really all I'm trying to do is mine the bottom, continue to control the flow of the top here. See all the gold coming in, the experience coming in. I'm significantly, what am I here? It's kind of hard for me to see. 7, level 7, level 8. So I've already got at least a couple levels on Master Yi.
Ready for round 2.
I believe he's level 6. Yeah, it's 6 and 7 if I can see that correctly. So I've got a level on him, and the more. So between the flamethrower and
for a Vandal City beatdown.
A potion, I'm going to tower dive here, which is usually not a good idea, but I'll drop my ultimate on him, which is a big flaming row of death, which does a lot of fire damage and damage over time. And so I got the kill again there. So Master Yi is really hurting. So every time you die, that's experience that the other person's gaining and you aren't, and gold that the other person's gaining that you aren't. And sometimes good teams will come up when they see a teammate die. They'll come up and guard the tower for him, or try to gank the player because the other player's health is usually low, like mine is right now. So that's why I just retreated and got the heck out of there. Went in the jungle and killed a couple mobs for some extra cash and experience. And now I'm going to go back to use my recall spell and go back to the base where I'll heal up. You get full health and mana if you stay over time as you stay here. And I will go to the vendor and buy items.
Who you calling little?
I usually like to start off with Rylai's Crystal Scepter because it does the snare as well. So in addition to Rumble's single target snare spell, you can do AoE snare with your flamethrower. And you'll see that as I put the flamethrower on a few of these creeps, and the icicles will start to appear underneath them. And I don't have the item yet fully built, so it's not going to do it now, but I should do that in the future.
Hold her steady.
So now that I'm leveled up, I've got a few levels on these guys, and I can see that they're putting pressure on us on the bottom. Yeah, they even killed one of us. So I'm going to pop to the bottom here and see if I can't gank these guys. You know, I just dropped my ignite here on Soraka, flamethrower. Yeah, these guys are in trouble. I think I get a double kill here. Yeah, double kill, which is pretty nice. My health's really low, so I flash out, popping my. I live on health potions in 3v3s with Rumble. That's how I kind of, especially when I've got the lane under control and I've got a lot of gold experience coming in. I can afford to spend the extra 150 or so gold to buy extra potions. And then Master Yi stepped up and got a
The
kill on
bigger they
Singe,
are,
so
the
we've
harder
aced
I
them, which
hit
means
'em.
they've all been killed. They're all dead now, which is a great opportunity to continue to push forward and get some pressure on their turret. Pretty low on health and don't want to. Actually, I did choose to use up all my health potions here, just so that I could. If we do get, they did respawn pretty quick. At least Soraka did. So at least if they do come back and put some pressure on us, I'm not sitting there at low health again.
You don't have to tell me twice.
But I think this is a situation where we'll be able to tower dive them. I'm gonna. Nope, didn't do it here. But I did pop my ultimate just to put a little damage in on them, make them panic, maybe make them think we're coming.
I'm going.
Because they're just going to hug the tower and use the tower's defenses. For those of you that don't play League of Legends a lot, or you may be new to the game, the towers will automatically shoot any player that comes near them if there are not enemy creeps near the tower. So they won't shoot you if they'll shoot the creeps first, but if you attack one of the enemy champions guarding the tower, then the tower will start to shoot you. So I see a team fight breaking out up here, and maybe I can come up and put some pressure on Yi and help my team's Yi live through it. And looks like he just flashed. I'm gonna see if I can cut him off
Hold her steady.
in the jungle. I know he's trying to get back to his base. Yep, there he is. And I think he's gonna get away. Yeah. Yi has good escapability. He's got his ultimate gives him a speed boost and attack speed, so he can really just pop his ultimate and run the heck out of just about any bad situation.
Who you calling little?
Unless he gets crowd control. Stunned or slowed or something like that. In which case his ultimate will let him out. He's in trouble. He's going to be in trouble here now, though. He chose not to recall back and get healed. But now he's got help, so I'm just going to bail out of there and go back to the base and see what I can buy. I've got over 1,000 plus gold built up, so I'm going to go in and continue to build my items, which in turn make me powerful. So I'm getting more spell damage for my flamethrower and health for survivability, and work towards my Raleig's Crystal Scepter. And I'm going to reload on health potions. And I've got my full boot build, which gives me magic resistance, and it reduces the amount of crowd control effects. The time of that crowd control effects last on me, so shortens stuns and fears and slows, which is just another good survivability item. I'm all about balancing characters that you can balance damage and survivability. I don't like the glass cannon characters too much because they're so fragile. They're very powerful, but they're also fragile. Pretty sure Soraka's gonna go down here. I've got her snared, flamethrowered, if that's even a word. And she was just in a world of hurt.
Ever looked up?
I chose to chase Yi here. I'm not real sure why. My snare is hitting him twice, so he's probably gonna make it back to his turret. I chose to tower dive him here, which is generally not a smart thing to do, because the tower's just gonna, because there's no creeps from my team around, so it's gonna just shoot me instead of them, and you take significant damage. Of note, towers do physical damage, so you can mitigate some of the tower damage, I think, by having higher armor, by building items with armor value, which I don't have any right now, so I get full turret damage. So we had an opportunity where a lot of their players were back at their base, and all of ours were up and together right near the tower to just chop on it and bring it down. So we've got a significant game advantage here, both in the number of kills we have versus their team and in towers. I think we come out pretty well in this little team fight. You can see I'm taking almost no damage, and I'm just really mowing through Yi here. I'm gonna give up on Singed because he's a bad guy to chase, because he leaves that poison trail behind him, which you can see that just takes the damage floating up over my head. So I'll pop up another health potion to try to, and I know he probably went back to his base to heal up and you know, buy items or whatever. Take that opportunity to push the minions a little closer to his turret. Maybe they'll get some damage in, which they didn't because he got back soon enough. So it's probably time to go back to base since I don't see any of their players on the map. So that's usually a bad sign. If you don't see any of their players on the map, like they're hidden in the fog of war, they could have a full team gank coming to kill you. So it's generally good news to get to retreat and don't leave yourself set up and out of position. You want to at least be close to a tower if you can't see their other players most of the time, unless you're significantly higher level than they are. Feel like you can kill them, which I think I was feeling pretty invincible in this game. This is a combination of me playing well, which is rare, and these guys not being very good. So once I owned Yi a few times in that top level, it just set the stage for me to be significantly higher level than everybody else and have more progression on my items. So it just gave me a level and a gear advantage going forward. That unless I start to die a lot, I don't really lose. And in the jungle, outside of the lanes, there are neutral monsters, meaning any team can kill them, and they'll attack they'll attack anybody equally. The dragon here is worth a significant amount of gold. I think 250 gold here, so it's worth killing him if you can. And you usually have to be pretty higher level to be able to solo kill the dragon.
Now we're cooking.
Once you do 250, where'd I get that from? 25. So 25 gold. Or maybe it was 250. Sorry, maybe I was right.
Ever look up to a yordle?
So I'm pretty low health here. When I start this team fight, I'm going to pop a health potion, which is going to give me some generation. And with my flamethrower and my teammates helping out there, those guys just melted. They really didn't have much of a chance there. I think the other team really couldn't figure out how I was living through a lot of these team fights. And between my health potions and Rumble's W ability, which is basically the four keys you trigger is your abilities with QWER. Oh, and yeah, they got tired of dying, so they quit. Anyway, that's the end of this one. I'll shoot another video real soon and pick up talking about League of Legends.